Okay, so every root cause analysis has 5 phases. That's data collection, data assessment, corrective actions, inform, and follow up. In this unit, we are working only through the first 2 of these phases, data collection and assessment. The rest of the phases, as we discuss corrective actions and implementation, we'll come back to those and cover them in Unit 3. But Unit 2 is only going to be on data collection and assessment. It is important to begin the data collection phase as early as possible following the identification of occurrence, or of a mishap, or of a loss, to ensure that the data are not lost. Data collection should include that evidence which is available before, during, and after an occurrence. Depending on the type of mishap, be it chronic or sporadic, will determine the type of data available to you. Remember that the end goal is to weed out the root causes in order to implement effective corrective actions to prevent reoccurrence. It's not to place blame. Evidence gathered must be verified for accuracy. Verify the data for accuracy. As such, retain and preserve the physical evidence to ensure you can verify the data gathered and to prove or disprove your hypotheses. Assessment of the data is where we begin to try to make sense out of the chaos. We organize and analyze the data using various classification techniques and cause analysis tools. Your Department of Energy document lists 7 major cause categories and 32 subcategories that they say all direct and all contributing and all root causes will apply to one of those 7 causal factor categories and one of those 32 subcategories. Remember that your Latino text specifies that there are 2 different types of RCA tools. There are categorical and cause and effect. Depending on the circumstances, Latino generally recommends starting with the cause and effect methods. This is because the cause and effect method can actually work from the mishap up to generate categories for us. We start with the actual mishap and then work backwards from there, putting together causes. We will talk more about categories in Unit 2, but for now, notice the line of progression in cause and effect. Deficient systems lead to poor decision making, which leads to undesirable outcomes. We start the investigation actually with the undesirable outcome, and we work backwards from there up into the system. The assessment phase has 2 parts. Number 1, analyze and determine events and the causal factor chain. And number 2, summarize findings. List the causal factors and list the corrective actions. You analyze and determine the causal factor chain by using root cause analysis tools. We're going to talk about those root cause analysis tools in the next video. As root cause analysis tools yield findings, then we summarize those findings into categories. The root cause should be why the direct cause happened, not a repeat of it. So if we come to the direct cause, the root cause should be why that direct cause happened, not what happened, not a repeat of what happened. So we're looking for the why. For example, the direct cause for the gear up landing is that the pilot forgot to extend the gear prior to landing. The root cause is not that the pilot forgot to extend the gear. The root cause is why. Why did the pilot forget to extend the gear? Did he or she get distracted, not use a checklist, not have a checklist? Were they not trained properly? It's to that level of depth that the investigation must proceed in order to have maximum proactive future benefit.